What's going on, YouTube? Hey, I'm in the kitchen tonight and we're going to be making a little bit of homemade salsa. I've made this before. I used a different recipe the last two times I made it. It was kind of thin and watery. I'm trying to get this one a little bit thicker, and I've got another recipe that I've got off of the internet that I'm going to try out on this actual attempt. Wouldn't say this is a how-to or a DIY, but I have done it before. I'll probably post the link to the description down in the bottom on the recipe that I'm using. And you guys can mimic it if you want, or you can kind of do what you want. I'm doing a double batch, so what I'm doing is actually going to be, if you want to do a single batch, which was like 9 pints, it's half of what I'm doing. So I've already came in and I've already diced up my onions, I've diced up my peppers, and I've diced up my garlic. So I'm getting ready to blanch the tomatoes. So I don't know if you've ever done that before, but I'll bring you over and let you see. So blanching's pretty simple. I've already got these tomatoes. I've cut the core out of them and all the bad spots. What you do is you're gonna put them in a boiling pot of water for 1 minute, and then we're gonna put them in an ice bath. I'm also using Roma tomatoes, and I'm also using some beefsteak. The beefsteak are a little juicier. The Roma is more of a canning tomato, not quite as juicy. All right, we'll let them sit there for a minute, and we'll take them out and put them in the ice. All right, so it looks like we're ready to take some of these out. All right, so we got these in the ice water, and we need to peel them. See, the skin just peels right off whenever you blanch them like this. Comes off even easier on these bigger tomatoes. Check that out. Make sure you cut out all the bad spots. These Romas are a lot less juicy. So I'm gonna finish blanching all these tomatoes and we'll pick back up on the video. All right, well, what I got going on here, I blanched all the tomatoes and put them in the Ninja. Go get you a chair. Okay. And we're gonna puree this, not to a real fine, just kind of where it's chunky. No, right here, no, pulse it. Whoa. That's probably good. That's probably good. Yeah. And where's the cut mark on here? 6 cups. We need 10. So I got enough for a lot more. Okay, so we got 6 cups already in the pot. We're gonna blend this up, and I think we'll have just enough. If we don't, I may have to make a few more tomatoes. But I'm doubling this batch, so this will be hopefully a little over 10 cups, and we needed 10 cups times 2, so we need 20 cups of tomatoes. So, Olivia, do your thing. Oh, hold it down. That's good. You're done. All right. So there's another 4 cups. Got the lovely wife helping.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
So we're gonna have to double this batch up in separate bowls because we don't have a pot big enough to do. This is 10 cups tomatoes, 5 jalapeno peppers.
Okay.
And that right there is a mixture of bell peppers, banana peppers, and another pepper that I don't remember the name of. So I'll have to figure it out that and put it in the link.
Okay, and I had to do that because...
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna add garlic. So that was my jalapeno peppers. That was my banana peppers, bell peppers, and another pepper I don't remember. And then this is, it called for 7 cloves of garlic. I had a elephant ear head of garlic, so I just used 3 big cloves. So,
but you double.
yeah, we'll just
Use half of it.
use half of it. I'll taste it in a little while.
Okay. There's still a huge chunk in there.
I'll chop it up.
Okay. Is that everything? No, we still got to do the tomato sauce. And...
So the recipe that I'm using also calls for some tomato paste because I don't like, I'm trying to make this thicker. And it also calls for tomato sauce to go along with the fresh tomatoes. But look how good that looks, guys. That looks delicious. We almost forgot a very important part. We almost forgot the onion. So, let me see how much onion I gotta get. Okay, so this one calls for 3 cups of chopped onion. I used a variety of onion out of the garden. We had purple onions, white onions, and sweet yellow onions.
Let's go right down to here. Do you like one more scoop?
That looks like a lot of onion.
It does. Should I take a little bit out?
That's what it called for. They said go by the recipe.
Okay. That is a lot of onion.
We'll see how this does, and if it's too oniony, we'll mix it with the other after we get it all cut down. We won't put as much onion in the other one. What's that big pepper, that green? Okay, so we're adding tomato paste.
It'll come out.
This is just to thicken it up. Now we're going to stir that in, and we'll get right back with you. Okay, 16 ounces of tomato sauce.
Open them.
Going in.
Open them.
Hold on, babe.
We need to measure all the spices.
Yep. So what are you adding?
I'm measuring out cumin, black pepper, and I gotta get some pickling salt.
I got the pickling salt right here.
This is gonna take forever. I gotta do 2.5 teaspoons of this.
Okay, so what all did you put in there?
I put 2.5 teaspoons of cumin, 2.5 teaspoons of ground black pepper, and 2.5 tablespoons of pickling salt.
Okay, that all goes in here too. Stir it in. Now we're adding a 1/3 cup of sugar. This won't make it sweet. This will just bring the flavor out in the tomatoes. I hope.
Me too.
It's supposed to. That's what I was told via YouTube. Okay, well, I got both batches done. They're sitting right here. Let me show you the final product. Oh, and it smells good. That one. That should make about 10 pints. That one should make about 10 pints. It's about 20 pints total. But it's 11:19. I don't know if you can tell that already. Just take my word for it, it's 11:19. And we're done. We're done cooking it. So we're gonna let it sit here tonight. We'll heat it back up in the morning and then we're gonna can it. We're running out of time tonight. The kids are screaming and crying and it's bedtime. So it's still hot. We'll get up in the morning first thing and I'll pick back up on this video. So we'll see you in the morning. It's the next morning. We're getting ready to put all this. We just heated it all back up. Kind of got a little bit of the water out of the top of it. We're heating up the water bath. We're gonna water bath it for 20 minutes. So we're getting ready to start jarring everything up into the jars and get it all ready and we'll show you the final product. All right, so we got the spicy in the jars. This is the spicy batch. She didn't put as much jalapeno in this because our families differ. We're good with the hot, but some of them aren't. And this is all the leftovers. The water bath is to a boil. Don't put these in the water bath until the water is boiling. You can't count your timer. I did this on my last video with my jalapeno peppers, but I forgot to say that. So these you're not supposed to heat up really anymore, they say, but I like to get them just a little bit warm. So we're gonna get those warm. We're gonna put the lids on. And there's my lovely helper. Put the lids on, and then we're gonna put them in the water bath heater and cook them for 20 minutes. Got our 8 pints in, it's boiling. We got an inch head space over the top of the jars. Started a 20-minute timer. It's gonna be good. Now we're off jar. The non-spicy. I'm gonna leave about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch head space in the top of the jars. We're gonna jar these up and wait till this 20-minute timer's done. So we finished the salsa. This is all of it right here we just made. That was a double batch of the recipe that I got. It ended up making 18 pints. It's quite a bit. I've got enough to do another batch. I'm probably gonna do another batch here in a little bit. I still got some tomatoes, I got onions, I got peppers. Now, this isn't a how-to video. This is just how we did it. I'll put the link to the recipe that I used in the bottom down here in the description. That way, if anybody wants to duplicate it, you can use their how-to on how to do it. I usually like just using all of my stuff out of my garden. I don't like putting tomato paste that I buy and tomato sauce. I usually prefer just to use my own, but I was looking for a thicker, chunkier salsa this time, so that's why I went with this recipe. So we're gonna taste it. I tried it earlier before we jarred it, but we didn't have any chips, so it tasted good, but it didn't have no chip with it. So that's all I got for you today. So if you would, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video. See ya.